All right, we're gonna start in standing just for a second, just to bring it back, get our mind back into our rolling. So just let your roller swing from side to side, and then see if you can just find that little bit of twist in your spine as you swing your roller from side to side. Cool, and then next time you come over to the left side, you're gonna place that roller onto your hip, walk your hands in, and then you're just gonna put a light little press. So you wanna stay nice and on the outside of that thigh and just give a nice little press. It's gonna be about 2 inches of roll, just pressing up and down. Beautiful. One more little press up and down, and then take it over to the other side. Find the outside of that thigh, and then give a little press up and down. Awesome. One more little press up and down, and then we're going to take that roller behind the back, and then see if you can just kind of hug your hands around. Palms are going to be facing inwards so that your palms are facing towards your butt. And then once you feel like you've got the roller in a good position, you're going to kind of scooch it up so it finds that little curve of the low back. Press your arms into the roller so that you can find a little opening in your chest and your collarbones. Feet nice and anchored on the ground. Lift your chin up to the sky and just find a nice gentle back bend, a little opening through the chest, the collarbones, and your shoulders. Awesome. Take one more breath. And then soften all that up. Release your grip from the roller. And we're going to place the roller down on the ground, going long ways. So we're going to sit our tailbone on one tip end of the roller and then work your way down with control. So you're going to find that nice length of your spine on the roller. Scoot your butt way down so that your tailbone is on the roller, head is on the roller. And then just give a second to find your way here. Find a little stability, find a little stillness. Let your feet find a good foundational position. Let your arms just kind of hang out heavy at your sides. And then take a second to settle in. Take a couple nice deep breaths. See if you can invite or encourage a little softening of your shoulders. Let your shoulder blades kind of soften and hug around your roller. And then once you feel like you've found that sense of stability, shoulder heads are kind of snuggling around, we're going to take a tiny nod of the head up and down. So it's not going to be a big movement, but just a little tiny tuck of the chin and a tiny lift of the chin. You might let the back of your head kind of glide along the roller, but only move at a range of motion that feels comfortable. So it should be really small and mindful here. Nice. One more little lift and lower of the chin. And then bring our head to a neutral position. Now we're going to flip the palms so that the fingertips can grip onto the earth. And we're going to find a pelvic tilt here. So you're going to press your low back into the roller and then release back to the natural curve of your back. Press your low back into the roller and release. And then just take a few more just like that, seeing if you can find that sensation. So you're tilting your tailbone up to press the low back down and then releasing back to the natural curve of your back. Take 2 more here. And then see if you can find a neutral spine, and we're going to start to swim the arms. So left hand is going to come down alongside the hip, right arm is going to reach up, and then we're going to swim. The hands are going to meet in the middle and then stretch in opposite directions, reaching nice and long. Hands meet in the middle and then stretch in opposite directions. Make sure your feet feel like they have a good stable position, so they're going to help support your stability on the roller here as you swim. And with any of these maneuvers, especially when we're on the long roller, if you feel like your balance isn't really there, you always have the option to lift your head up away from the roller, and it might help just engage the core muscles a little bit more and might help you maintain a little bit of extra balance. Nice. Take one more swim each side or even yourself out, and then reach both arms up and overhead. A nice big reach. Think good morning stretch with the arms. Reach, reach, reach through the fingertips. Take a nice big breath. Awesome. And then we're going to reach the hands straight out from the chest. Palms are going to face in towards each other. We're going to take the shoulder blades and hug them around the roller. Squeeze in, and then reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling and let your shoulders round. Hug the elbows in and squeeze, or hug the shoulder blades in and squeeze, and then lift up and reach the shoulders up away from the roller. Pull in, shoulder blades squeeze, reach up and round away, pull in and squeeze, reach up and round away. Nice. One more just like that. Pull in and squeeze, reach up and round away. Awesome. Palms facing in towards each other. Open your arms out nice and wide. Take a little stretch. And now we're going to flip. Sorry about that. I hope I did not lose your connection. All right, now we're going to flip palms facing down. Find a little stability on with your arms. Walk your feet in a little bit closer. So feet are now about hip width distance apart. And we're going to start to alternate knee lifts. One knee is going to lift and then the other. Hands are going to create a nice sense of stability. So the upper body is helping maintain that core control. Take your leg lifts at a pace that feels right to you, a pace that you can control. Nice. One more time each side or even yourself out. And then we're going to keep the left foot on the ground. You're going to pull your right knee up towards your chest, extend the leg up, stretch long, bend the knee, pull it into the chest, reach it up towards the ceiling and stretch it long. Lovely. One more just like that. Pull the knee in, reach it up towards the ceiling, stretch it long, bend that knee, slide it in, set it down. Pull the left knee up into your chest, extend the toe up, reach it long, pull the knee in, up towards the ceiling, stretch it long. Nice. One more just like that. Beautiful. Bend that knee, slide it in. Make sure your arms feel good and stable. We're going to pull both knees up into that tabletop position. Arms are going to help control the motion. We're going to take reverse fire hydrants here. So the right knee is going to drop out just a little bit. Pull it back in. Left knee drops out just a little bit. Pull it back in. Arms are going to help maintain your sense of stability here. Think about pulling your abdominal muscles towards your roller. So we keep that nice control in our center. And the range of motion of your fire hydrants does not need to be big. What we're shooting for is core control. The motion is just helping give us a little challenge. Nice. One more time each side. Beautiful. And then set your feet back down to the ground. We're going to carefully roll off to one side, sitting onto our butt, and then placing that roller down so that we can work into our calves. So you're just going to place that roller underneath your ankles, and then we're going to start our little foam roller walk. Walk it up to where the calves meet the knees, and then walk it back down to your ankles. Arms in whatever position feels good. So you can bring your hands down to the ground, or you can just let them rest on your thighs, whatever is going to feel better to you. All right, now the next time you come down to where your ankles meet the calves, let your calves rest. Take a second to just let the muscle tissue soften a little bit, and then find a little windshield wiper action with your toes. Just swish them side to side. One more little swish side to side, and then as you bring it back to center, you're going to lift your butt up and give a little soft roll about 2 inches. So just think staying in that lower part of your calf. Nice. And then turn your toes to the right, give a little soft roll up and down. Turn your toes to the left and roll up and down. Bring it back to center, roll up and down, and then set your butt down, move that roller in, find that nice thicker part of your calf, let the muscles soften and settle in, and then come back to that little windshield wiper action. Swish your feet side to side. Beautiful. One more little swish side to side, and then you're going to pick your butt up, give a little roll up and down. Think about 2 or 3 inches. Awesome. And then turn your toes to the right, roll up and down. Turn your toes to the left and roll up and down. Beautiful. Bring it back to center, roll up and down, and then set your butt down, walk that roller up. Now we're coming nice and high up to the top end of the calf. Swish your toes side to side. Beautiful. One more little swish side to side. And then we're just going to pick the butt up, give a nice little 2-inch roll here. Awesome. And then set your butt down, bend your knees. We're going to move that roller up so that we can sit onto the roller, and we're going to sit with our legs in a crisscross position. So think Sukhasana if you like your yoga, or crisscross applesauce if you're a kid in school. So just cross your legs and then let your knees drop down, and then see if you can just find a nice tall spine here. Awesome. Right hand's going to find the edge of your roller. Left hand's going to reach up, take a little side bend. Left hand's going to find the end of your roller. Right hand's going to reach up, take a little side bend. Nice. And then lift up and rotate. We're going to turn to the right. Maybe you find the outside of your thigh so you can create a little leverage. Nice. And then unwind and take it over to the other side. Beautiful. Bring it back in, and then uncross your legs, step them out about shoulder or hip width distance apart. Windshield wipe your knees a little side to side. And then start to make that a bigger movement as you roll side to side, roll over onto the hip, and then take it over to the other side. Cool. Now the next time you roll over onto your right side, stay there. Give a couple of good rolls up and down, staying on that side of your glute. So gluteus medius, gluteus minimus, and just roll up and down just as big as you like. Awesome. One more little roll up and down, and then we're going to take it over to the other side. Roll over onto your left side, and then find that side of your glute and roll up and down. Nice. One more roll up and down. And then bring it back to center. You're going to extend your left leg nice and long. Right leg is going to come across the left. So you're going to find that nice little figure 4 shape. And then hands behind you just to help support. Slide your left leg in, and then lift your chest up to meet the shin. Cool. And now we're going to roll over onto the right side. So the leg that's in that figure 4 position, roll back over, and then roll up and down on the roller just as much as you like. If you find any super hot spots or anything that's really zinging you, you're going to stay off of the hot spot and kind of roll adjacent to it. Roll around it, but not on it. Nice. One more good roll up and down. And then bring it back to center, slide your left leg nice and long, step your right foot off, grab your thigh, and do a couple of little twisty turns. Pull the muscle around on the bone, just twisting it up and twisting it down. Wonderful. One more little twist up and down, and then send that leg nice and long. Left leg is going to come across the right. Find your figure 4 shape. Slide that right leg up and in. Lift your chest up towards the shin. Take a nice big breath. Awesome. And then when you're ready, lean over to the left and roll up and down on that side just as much as you like. One more little roll up and down here. And then bring it back to center. Step that leg off, grab hold of that thigh muscle, and then give it a good old twist and turn, twisting it up to where the thigh meets the butt, and then down to where the thigh meets the knee. Nice. One more little twisty turn up and down. And then set your butt off of your roller, and we're going to move right up into the shoulder blades. So we're going to place the roller so that it's underneath the shoulder blades. And then hands are going to come behind the head. We're going to inhale and lean back. Exhale to pull the abdominal muscles and lift up. Beautiful. Inhale and lean back. Exhale to lift up. Inhale, lean back. Exhale to lift up. On these next two, just see how far back you can go with control, finding a little bit of a sensation of a back bend here. Nice. And then this time you're going to lean back just as far as you like, taking into as much of a back bend as feels good, but then kind of settling into it, finding a little opening through the front of the body. So opening through the chest, you might feel a little stretch through the front of the abdominal muscles. One more breath. And then lift yourself back up with control. Place your elbows on the roller, lift up, and we're going to walk that roller up and find the low back. So we're going to put our hands on the roller, keep it controlled, and then we're just going to lean back into it and then lift back off. Lean into it and lift off. Lean in and lift off. Nice. And now we're going to roll over slightly onto the right. You're going to find that nice bit of soft side body tissue. Lean onto the roller and just kind of let your body settle over the roller. Make sure it feels like it's good and comfortable. You should be able to breathe pretty easy here. We just want to feel a light bit of compression in that soft tissue in the low back side body. Take one more breath. Awesome. And then lift up, and we're going to take it to the other side. So you're going to hold that roller in place, slightly lean onto the left, find that low back soft side body tissue, and then lean over it. Let your body kind of settle in. Make sure you can breathe with ease. Take one more breath. Beautiful. And then bring it back up and in, and we're going to reposition that roller. So we're going to find that below the shoulder blades position again, hands behind the head, and we're going to start to lift up and roll. So lift your butt up, rolling up and down just as far as you like. If you feel like it would be of benefit and you know that you have the abdominal control to maintain a good supportive low back area, you can take it a little bit further, rolling down to the low back and pulling it back up. I recommend a staggered stance if you come all the way down to that low back position. So both legs help support the movement. You're not putting too much body weight on that unsupported spine. And you want to maintain a bit of stability in your center. So keep your abdominal muscles slightly firm. But if it feels like you don't have that control, stay off the low back area. There's not a lot of bony support there. And we want to make sure we just keep all of that tissue nice and protected. Awesome. Take one more good roll up and down, just as far as you like to go. And then when you're ready, you're going to set your butt down, reposition the roller so that it comes underneath your head like a pillow. And then give a second to kind of let everything settle in. Let your head rest gently on the foam roller. Let your arms just come out at your sides in anatomical position. So about 45 degrees away from the body, palms facing up, and then just allow a second to let your shoulder heads kind of snuggle into place. Great. And then once you feel like you've got everything kind of settled in, come back to that gentle nod of the head up and down. So it's not going to be an extreme movement. It's going to be a small and gentle mindful movement. Making sure that the roller is underneath that occipital ridge, that nice ridge of your skull bone. So it's in that nice supported structure. Great. And then you're going to turn your head slightly to the right. So think about like 20-degree turn. So you're just at a slight angle, and then come to that nod of your head up and down. Beautiful. Bring your head back to center and then turn your head to the left just slightly. So think little 20-degree turn and then back to your nod of your head up and down. Nice. One more little nod of the head up and down. And then just bring your head back to center, readjust your roller if you need to, reposition it if it feels like it's slipped out of place, and then come back to a nice big generous movement of the head turning side to side. Lovely. One more turn of the head side to side. And then bring your head back to center, back to neutral. Make sure it's resting comfortably on the roller. Just take a moment here. Eyes closed down, soften your belly, soften your shoulders. Take a nice big breath. Cool. And then from here, you're going to step your legs nice and long towards the end of your mat. Your hands are going to find the outer edges of your roller. Lift your head away from the roller. Reach your arms up and overhead like a little bit of a good morning stretch. Take a big inhale. And then as you exhale, you're going to pull the abdominal muscles in, curl up the head, neck, and chest, roll all the way up to a seated position, reach past your toes if you can. Beautiful. And then lift yourself back up, place the roller on the tops of your thighs. You're going to put a little press as you walk the roller up and then press as you walk the roller down. We're going to stay off of the knee joint, just working the tops of the thighs. Beautiful. One more little roll up and down. And then you're going to pull that roller up nice and tight against your belly, hug it in. You're going to just like let your arms kind of wrap around it and feel a little bit of a compression and then just a slight rounding over. So you're going to lean into it just a little bit, tuck your chin into your chest, feel that little bit of compression against your belly. Take a nice big breath. Nice slow breath out. Wonderful. And then lift up to a more neutral spine. And we're going to start to glide that roller across the belly. Take it side to side. So take it into that soft side body tissue. Put a little bit of a press or just as much press as you like. Make sure it's something that feels comfortable and you can breathe through all of it. Awesome. Now the next time you come to your right side, stay there. Put a light little press. Roll up and down. Think about 2 inches up and down. Cool. One more roll up and down, and then take it over to the other side. Put as much press as you like, and then roll up and down. Awesome. And then bring it back to center. We're going to walk the roller gently across the tops of the knees, finding your shins, and then put as much press as you like. Roll down to your ankles, and then back up to where the shins meet the knees. Press and roll, and press and bring it back up and in. Beautiful. Take a few more just like that. Awesome. One more roll up and down. And then bring it on up, lift your roller away from your legs, swing your legs around and come into a tabletop position or come onto all fours. Once you found your way there, we're going to take it out into our little bit of a puppy pose or heart melting pose. You're going to walk the roller out nice and long, hips staying in line with the knees as much as you can, and then just let your chest and your forehead sink down. Take 3 nice big breaths here. When you're ready, nice and easy, walk that roller back in. And now we're going to take our legs into a position that feels like a extended child's pose. Big toes together, take your knees to the outer edges of your mat. Set your butt back to your heels. If you're wearing glasses, I'll recommend that you take them off and just set them off to the side so they're somewhere safe. And then we're going to walk the roller in so that we can rest our little third eye center or that space right between your eyebrows right onto the roller. So you're just going to let that place rest. Take a second to let everything settle in and take a couple nice big breaths. And then if it feels good, you're going to start to gently rock your head side to side. So maybe you're moving along the eyebrow point. So from that space between your eyebrows and then just rolling across the eyebrows if that feels good. One more little turn of your head side to side. And then we're going to move it on up. So either you're going to find the forehead or just kind of where the widow's peak is. So just move on up the forehead just a little bit and then rock your head again side to side. Awesome. One more little rock of your head side to side. And then as your head comes back to center, gently lift your head away from the roller. If you took your glasses off, go ahead and put them back on. And then from here, we're going to start to find our way up to a standing position. So walk your roller forward, step your feet up, come into a little folded position, and we're going to steamroll the tops of the feet. So walk that roller up and then press as you walk it back down to the toes. Walk it up and roll it down. Nice. Take 3 more just like that. Wonderful. And then leave the roller on the ground, bend your knees, pull your abdominal muscles in, roll up to a standing position, roll your shoulders down and back, and then step your right foot onto the roller, and then soft roll the bottom of the foot from the heel to the toes. Great. One more soft roll up and down, and then we're going to lean in, put a little bit of body weight onto that knee, and then slow roll it from the heel to the toes. Nice. And then find the center of your foot, lean in just a little bit, crunch up your foot like you're trying to pick the roller up with the bottom of your foot, and then release. Crunch up your foot and release. Crunch up your foot and release. Nice. And then lift up, give a couple of good soft rolls just to kind of soothe out the bottom of your foot. And then set that foot down and take it to the other side. Left foot's going to find the roller, soft roll, heel to toe. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, lean in, put a little bit of body weight into that front knee, and then slow roll it from the heel to the toe. Beautiful. And then find the center of your foot, lean in just a little bit, crunch up the bottom of the foot, and then release. Crunch up your foot and release. Crunch up your foot and release. Awesome. Lift up, soft roll the bottom of your foot. Nice work. And then step that foot down, both feet on the ground. Take a nice big breath, reach up and overhead. Exhale, reach toward your feet. Nice. And then bend your knees a lot. Pull your abdominal muscles in. Roll back up to standing. Roll your shoulders out. You guys are amazing. Nice work today.